mucho la importancia, la relevancia de tener esta primera exhibición de patrocinadores del arte latinoamericano. Esta es una exhibición que resulta del esfuerzo y de la dedicación de las personas que gustan del arte latino, el cual podemos disfrutar hoy gracias a los artistas que nos prestaron sus obras para ser expuestas y admiradas en nuestra galería. El arte de estos artistas representa un talento de nuestra comunidad hispana, latina y mexicana. La adicionalidad del estado de Arizona brinda, de diversas formas, artistas con muchísimo talento y mucho impacto natural. Esto resulta muy relevante porque durante estos tiempos hemos tenido situaciones complicadas, pero el arte siempre vence, traspasa fronteras, va más allá. So, as I was telling you, the art always, it's gonna be the cure when we have hard moments between communities and between conflicts. So thanks again for being here. Now I'm gonna ask to David Andres to come here to the microphone. Thank you.
Well, it's great to have this connection with the Mexican consulate and the new consul here, because it really is part of my, as I like to say, my MO of what I'm trying to do in Pima is bring a lot of Mexican artists to Pima and to the community. And I'll step back a little bit here. I want to thank also the artists that are in the Latin American art group, because Latin American art patrons, I'm on the board of that, but there's many artists that are, some of them don't get ever the chance to show their work. And this is a great venue, I think, for bringing community and their work to all of us. And I want to also thank all of you for making the effort to get here. I know how difficult the streets are to get here, and picking up friends and things. It was like, wow, I don't get there on time. But I'm glad you all made it and made the effort, and the artists made the effort to get the work here. There's some really well-known artists in the group, and there's, if you're interested, there's price lists hanging around somewhere on the windowsill. But we also, I want to invite you as a group here to the Bernal Gallery on March 4th in the afternoon from 2 to 4. We're going to be having a revisit for you guys that have not been able to come to see the Oaxaca exhibition that I have up. I have Tamayo's, Toledo's, and Rodolfo Morales's. But there's a whole 20 artists in the group that, and it's from a private collection. One that if you went on the lap trip last February to Oaxaca, we visited Nancy's home, and she is a well-connected gallerist, I would like to say, and a collector of art. She has over 1,000 prints in her collection. So what I have of 64 prints is just a tip of the bucket, as they say, or a drop of the bucket. But if you haven't seen them, there's all here. Let me get one. It's this announcement. Take one if you. And this is a
lab reception is
on March 4th.
So that's for the lab group.
Yeah. Well, it's for anyone that wants to come. It's targeted towards the lab group because a lot of you don't get out at night. I know that. And so I'm putting it in the afternoon. So That wasn't a criticism, by the way. It's just knowledge of our individuals here. But I want to turn this, I'm vice president of the lab group, but I want to turn it over to Susie Hayes, who's our president, and she's going to say a few words about it. So, Susie,
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm brand new, so a lot of you probably don't even know me, but anyway, they drafted me. So here I am, president of the group. And I think the work, the collection at the Tucson Museum of Art of Latin American artists is phenomenal. Everything from the ancient Americans through the colonial, through the very contemporary. So, and on our board we have even people like Alex, who is a very successful contemporary Latin American artist. So we really are thrilled that this show shows how the membership, these are members of the Latin American Art Patrons Group at the Tucson Museum of Art. So you can see what an incredibly gifted, strong group of people are engaged in the arts community at the Tucson Museum of Art. So we're thrilled you're here for the show. Obviously it's going to be here. The consulate is open Monday through Friday?
Yeah.
8, 4, 5?
It's open at 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Okay, so anytime you have visitors from out of town or people you know who love art, bring them over to the consulate, show them this amazing work, and tell them that it's brought to you by the consulate and by the Tucson Museum of Art, Latin American art patrons. It's just a wonderful group to belong to. I want to particularly engage Annie. Wave your arms. She's the new CEO at Tucson Museum of Art. We're so jazzed to have her. She has just been such a breath of fresh air, just really engaging the community in a very strong, positive way. So thank you, Annie, for being here also. And as David said, this fabulous stuff, the consulate is not an art gallery per se. So if you want to buy anything, go find that little price sheet around, find the artist. Most of the artists are here. Wave your arms up right now if one of you is an artist. Anybody who's an artist that's showing here? Okay, find those people and thank them for being an active member of the Latin American Art Patrons at the Tucson Museum of Art, and thank the consulate for letting us come and enjoy. There's some little wine and noshes, and anybody who would like, I've got a couple of tables over at La Calle if you want to come and have supper with us. I love to party, so come on down.
Well, thank you, Susie. Thanks to everyone. Enjoy the gallery. You're very welcome. Bye.